one day post show, or the day after, one day post show. Yeah, one day post show. Black coffee in my vintage mug. Same shit, back to the drawing board I go. I'm off to do my fasted cardio. Same usual routine. I'm back into peak week, although my show day is on a Saturday this time instead of a Sunday. So yeah, we need to put some work in. No cheat meals, no meals off plan, no binge eating, no none of that. It's right, I need to improve upon what I did yesterday, man, and that's the goal. Woke up this morning on stage, or stage day, I was 146.5 pounds. This morning, of course, I was 147.3, so I gained like half, was it half a pound, which, considering the amount of food I ate yesterday on show day, I ate a lot of food, like I had 3 meals by the time it was like 1 o'clock. That I never do that, I really never do that. Excited for this week, gotta absolutely nail everything and see where it takes us. But for now, we have a black coffee and then some fasted cardio to do. Come on. Cardio done, 30 minutes, 400 calories, pretty easy. I wouldn't say easy, it's never easy, but a little bit easier. It's just my calves were cramping. I had really bad calf cramps on stage yesterday because I haven't flexed my calf so fucking hard in a long while. So a little bit of a calf sort of pump today, but we got it done. Gonna go on to some incline walking now for 30 minutes, usual routine, nothing changes, just straight back into it as usual. Good morning, good fucking morning. I did all my cardio, did all my steps that I needed to do, a little bit ab work, you know, the usual routine which I've showcased across this whole entire prep. I had a little bit of time to reflect as well regarding yesterday because I was a little bit emotional. A lot of my Instagram live, had a little bit of a cry to myself, did a little bit of Brandon Harding style kind of thing. I think I'm being a little bit harsh on myself, of course. I've always been really harsh on myself. You guys know, if you've watched my videos, I'm extremely kind of, I'm a bit horrible about myself, like the way I speak, the way I look. If I say something, I'm like, what the fuck are you saying, George, you little weirdo? I've always been like that. I used to be like that when I was playing football as well when I was younger. If I missed the opportunity, like a 1v1 or something like that, I'd fucking cry my eyes out because I used to be so harsh and so negative upon myself. And I've taken a little bit of time to reflect on the old Stairmaster. That's what you do to kind of bypass time, you know, you think about weird shit they haven't focused on or thought about for like a week or so. Yeah, I'm happy with how I placed, considering the size of Josh compared to me. I'm not big enough, simple as that. For someone who's, you know, 25 pounds lighter in body weight, a lot shorter, I think I stood quite well against him. I think it was a close battle in some areas. I think from the front, of course, he absolutely demolished me. From the sides, I think it was fairly balanced. From the back, I think I was a little bit better than Josh. Overall, he was really good. And I think I did well against someone that is a lot bigger than me. It's like me going up a fight against Anthony Joshua. It's just not going to happen. I'm happy that I'm doing the lightweights as well later on in this month and next month, and we're just going to see how it goes. You know, I should be happy. That's second place in my first ever bodybuilding show. Some people don't even place, some people don't even get a looking at. Like, you diet for so long and you get put to the side because not interested in you. Like, that would, honestly, I'd be heartbroken if that was me. I'm happy. Yeah, I feel a lot more better this morning, which is good. And I need to stop being harsh on myself, George. Fucking stop! There's me being harsh on myself again. We're gonna go food shopping, normal rest day for me today. Nothing crazy. I'm happy that I woke up 0.6 of a pound heavier than yesterday, considering the amount of food I was eating on my on show day. I had over like 3,000 calories easily. Believe it or not, every time I'm in Tesco's, I still walk down every single damn fucking aisle. No idea why, every single aisle. It's just a routine I have of just walking down every aisle. Bad thing about parking your car so far away from the shop is when it bloody rains, you're gonna get soaked. The shopping done, I'll show you what I've got when I get home. Usual rest day kind of shit. You already know what I eat. I eat the same old stuff every single day for the past. I've even forgotten how long I've been eating this shit. I still get asked, like, do I crave like junk food and stuff like that? you know, if you eat the same old shit all the time, you kind of get used to it. At first, of course, when I started prep, junk food was like, food focus was quite high, but then you slowly adapt. Then you get used to eating your oats. Don't get me wrong, it'd be nice to have a pizza, it'd be nice to have some chocolate, it'd be nice to have that ice cream or that donut. I'm not really sitting here going, wow, I absolutely crave it. And that's just through consistently doing this shit and getting used to just eating veg and egg whites and bloody mushrooms for 29 weeks. I didn't even like mushrooms before I started prep, believe it or not. I eat mushrooms every single day now. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. It's absolutely pissing it down. Absolutely pissing it down. Like summer in the UK, it's always up and down. It always, 1 minute we'll go through a stage of 35 degrees, fucking roasting. Everyone's absolutely hating it or loving it. Then we go for a moment of where, oh, it's too hot, we can't wait for a bit of rain like we are now. People either love it or absolutely fucking hate it. I don't mind the rain, just like listening to the rain on the windscreen. It kind of gives you those goosebumps, you know. It just kind of makes you. Sometimes if I struggle to fall asleep at night, what I'll do is I'll actually play like a 10-hour like long video on YouTube where it's just literally rain on like a tent or rain on a window or rain on a car. Like the noise it makes on a car is quite nice when it's heavy rain. Yeah, strange, and it helps you fall asleep. Like even listening to the waves, like if you're laying on a beach and just listen to the waves, like I always fall asleep on the beach. Every time I've gone to the beach, I'll fall asleep. Like I literally close my eyes and listen to the waves. Hot weather on you, like a sunbed. Ah, oh, beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
I'm gonna go with a blueberry. I've seen obviously in my pre-workout meals.
I cooked up my meal number one, my usual egg whites, mushrooms, kale and asparagus. That's all I fucking eat on this prep is mushrooms and asparagus. It's pretty crazy. What I did differently though is I always cook my scrambled egg in the microwave. It's just easy, it's just convenient, and it's just less washing up. I was watching Gordon Ramsay, fuck knows why I was watching it. I was just watching him, I don't know what it was, the F word or nightmares. I think it was the F word. And no, it was Kitchen Nightmares. I don't know, the restaurant cooked the scrambled egg in the microwave and he was so gutted and disappointed. He was like this, like, why would you do that? And I was thinking, shit, like, if Gordon Ramsay is disappointed with people cooking scrambled egg in the microwave, I'm gonna cook it on the stove. So today I cooked it on the stove in a pan. Let's taste it. I very much doubt it tastes any difference, but here we go. Yeah, it tastes no different. Unless like, he cooks it in a particular way. He probably uses butter, coconut oil, the things which I can't use, unfortunately. What relevance is that given to the video? It's not relevant at all. That is just wasted your time. I cook it in the microwave, but do whatever the fuck you want. From what I can see of anything, when I cook it in the microwave, it adds a little bit more volume. This is just like flat as a pancake since cooking it in the stove. And I had to scrape off the sides. I have a non-stick pan. It's not even non-stick. Fucking nightmare. Wow, just wasted a minute and 40. Sorry, I'm so sorry guys, sorry. My hand is still fucking dirty as well. Supplement wise in the morning is the usual, the organic turmeric and cumin. My probiotic, we're also taking still the psyllium husk to help me do some nice poo-poos. And we're also taking the super enzymes. This one I got off Amazon. Just literally type in super enzyme Amazon and it will come up. This is probably the best one I've been recommended in regards to just digestion. So I'm taking those for supplements first thing in the morning. Great, what a fucking great video this is. I'm actually quite good with this Scouse accent. Great, that's great. It's pretty good.
I mean, sorry, who was second? George. Quite similar in certain ways. I think at first when I was looking at George as well, some of his side shots, he looked almost as good. Didn't have quite the, the same lines, quite as nice a taper as Josh, and I think that's what made the difference. But they were both in really good condition. And I think Alex, who was in third, he just came into a tough, a really tough junior class because his actually, chest, abs were pretty good, but far too soft in the legs to take on two juniors who had really good legs. He just got a bit unfortunate there. But, he'll progress well.
Definitely. And only minor criticism really, I guess, for George's side. He looked like he was a little bit bloated in prejudging.
looked a lot better tonight. Looked like maybe that sort of food had gone in or calmed down. It's a hard one because obviously when you're trying to push that food in to stay full, and as I said, the other guy was great, but it ruined some of his shots, like the front most muscular, like crab most muscular, and hands together, clasp most muscular. But like that's things he can fix again and say in decent condition. So that's just a learning experience with things like qualifiers, which is easily fixed.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, George, you could see he had condition, but he was cloudy, and again, he was doing this scared dog thing, trying to show condition in his glutes, and his glutes weren't really through properly to be doing that anyway, and all he did was lose what he had by doing
I don't really know how to feel about that, if I'm honest with you. Like, I don't think I was bloated. Like, they mentioned how I look more bloated within the morning show, and I look better in the evening show. If anything, I felt more bloated in the evening show than I did within the morning show, which is quite interesting to hear. And the scared dog, like, smiled. They didn't like that. Like, I'm thinking, fucking hell, like, why can't I do that? Like, I just went, I don't know. And telling me my glutes are not in as well, and I just need to work on my bloating. That's one thing I do know, which I'm aware of, is my midsection control isn't the best. I've said this even before the show. Whilst posing, I know a lot of you guys have commented as well and said, George, you need to control your midsection. For sure, which I know, which I definitely need to work on. Like the bloating, I don't think I was bloated. I think my tan could have been a little bit better. I know, AJ, you're gonna probably watch this and think, Christ, George, I spent ages on your tan, which I'm greatly appreciated. You know I am. I didn't think it was that bad, but I do believe that I could have been I think my tan could have been slightly better. But other than that, my first show, I'm not complaining of too much about that, though I know what I need to improve on, which is good. And like I said, it's back to the drawing board, it's back to what we can progress on. And for sure, I definitely don't have soggy glutes. Don't tell me I have, so I've worked extremely fucking hard to get those glutes in. I do believe that potentially the food choices we made on the day could have been a little bit more better. I know AJ's got me on a different food plan for the show day food plan. But it's all about experimenting, you know, like I can't nail this from day one, and that's the good thing about bodybuilding is you can, you know, we can chop and change things and see what works better, see what works well. Don't necessarily work. Like for example, oats may potentially not sit well with me, so let's not have oats on show day. Let's go for more easier digesting carbohydrates, so we can keep our midsection more controlled, because we know that my midsection control isn't the best. So it's all a learning experience. To say that my glutes weren't in, they are in, and the smile as well. There you go, there's another one for you. Fucking hell. Of course, that time of year, you know what needs to be done. The old intra workout in the old freezer. Absolutely painless when you're drinking on it. Look at this. Cool. Marks and Spencer's chicken and bacon pasta bake. I used to love fish fingers as well. Fish finger sandwich. If you've not had a fish finger sandwich, how you even lived, bro. Fish finger sandwich is classic when you just can't be bothered to cook. What have we got in here then? Oh, a little spag bowl. In here, we got more of the same shit, the frozen shite. In here, we got some, I don't know, naan bread. And down here, we have some frozen chips. Frozen chips and some peas. I think everyone's got peas in their freezers, isn't they? There's the freezer with Georgie boy. I don't know how the fuck I got into that. Just on the way to the old gymnasium for, guess what? Shock, lower body session. People are like, fucking lower body sessions, fuck this, fuck that. Do you ever train upper body? Why is it always legs? Listen, I'm just fucking recording and somehow it just falls on a leg day, so just deal with it. No one's telling you to watch this shit. You don't have to fucking watch it. At the end of the day, I'm gonna go to sleep at night quite happy, because lately I've been going to sleep quite happy, although it would be even better if I could have a wank at night. You know, when you're horny at night, you can just go for a little cheeky tug. But right now, being lean and just being in the diet phase, your penis just like, nah mate, fuck that. You look at it and go, not tonight, Georgie boy. And I'm thinking, oh, come on. And like, nah, not tonight. Oh, I'm laughing at my own jokes. How fucking bad is that? And that is like my first proper laugh in about a week. Can't remember last time I actually laughed. It's fucking tragic, isn't it? But we're on the way to a leg session. This is my first leg session. I looked at my logbook for a week. I haven't trained legs in a week, which is quite strange, because normally, obviously, I haven't missed a training session in fuck knows how long, since starting this prep, of course. And my legs actually feel the best they've felt in a long while. Of course, they still have that draggy sort of feeling, like that diet kind of fatigue you have with your legs. Feels like you've got plates stuck to your legs. Plates meaning like 10 kilo dumbbells, 10 kilo plates like in the gym, not plates as in like plates you eat off, for any of you fit fuckers out there. But they still feel a little bit heavy, but they feel a lot more better than what they have in previous weeks, which is fantastic. So I'm very, very, very excited for this session, and it is the Cybex hack rotation, which normally for me, I sit there for about half an hour contemplating this bloody damn hack squat, because it's a hard hack. If any of you have used the Cybex hack, it just gives me nightmares. Like, I get generally, that's the only movement I think I do, apart from deadlifts, I actually get quite nervous about. Like, it just makes me nervous. I'm sitting here going, how the fuck can a machine, or I don't know, a piece of kit make me nervous like that? And it does generally make me nervous, which is crazy. We then move on to the same old pendulum, the Atlantis pendulum, which is the best pendulum you can use, full stop. Then we move on to some single leg stuff, so single leg press, split squats, Bulgarian split squats on the Smith machine, single leg extension, single leg curl, and abductors and calves to finish the basics kind of stuff. Finish off with a little bit ab work normally, 3 sets of like a rope ab crunch or a crunch machine of some sort, very basic. And that's pretty much it. Though these sessions take the longest, they're like 3 hours long. Oh my god, you train for 3 hours, that's far too long. Listen, you cunt, I'll fucking train for how long I want, you right? Again, I'm laughing at my own jokes, quite bad that, shouldn't really make myself laugh. Yeah, just get used to your own company, fucking hell, George. But other than that, as I always say in probably every vlog before I go to the gym, I'm excited for the session, man, looking forward to it, gonna beat some numbers. We're just gonna go with the fucking flow, and see where we end up, and stop saying but there we go, get into the gym, I'm gonna fucking kill it. Nut is in the game. I said that for a while. Let's go and do it, Georgie boy. So that was super heavy today. That is, in all honesty, a regression. Normally I do 110 for like a set of 13, set of 12. This week I did 100 for a set of 15, no, 100 for a set of 16, and 100 for a set of 14. So that's a 10 kilo regression on that bloody Cybex. So one movement which is, it clicks and then it doesn't click. It clicks, it doesn't click. It clicks, it doesn't click. So I'm just going to brush those 2 sets off, which I did, and move on to the pendulum now. Fucking that Cybex hack. If you've got one in your gym, use it, but it's fucking hard.
Bro break down like discos, but I'm a distro just like Tommy. I just got a half a box and I read in a week, that's a test like Johnny. He said that his line does blow and I got bare dro, so I do that Connie. But if he takes over the deadline, after that he won't get none from me. Jump time when there's only a 4s, I got a draws at Z by Z. And if there's a Nina about, might shot a 1-2s, I don't own no pets. My team are wildest ments, I got Panthers like Sazinjar. And all my guys are itching, we wait to create a massacre. Smash that or bust a cylinder, I'm in a fling kick like Massacre. 4 man up in the ride, just back doors, bust no passenger. Niggas talk trap and ain't move no Z's in a day, that trap is tough. I run through doors like Homer, my bro got Bob, same shade as Duff. 15 pots, that's Dave, monkey shot, called that one babe. I love it when he swings my way like Tory Lanez, cause that's straight papes. I'm answering the phone with my feet up, Fat Swift when I'm getting paid. I need Joe, let me phone G money, he's in the kitchen whipping flake. Whipping flake at 10 or 11, he might need ice. I'd rather be on the strip for the hunchos, ops got me swinging my ZK knife. Testers went but the shots came back, now they call for more than 10. The cat said, oh my god, he thinks that light is vibes of femme. How's these niggas trappers, my niggas on the wing read more than them. And how's these niggas clappers with no intent to bust them skanks? The cat asked 21 questions, but took 9 like 50 cent.
Good lower body session ticked off within the books. Some numbers were a little bit meh, some numbers were really good. I got like 26 reps on the back off set on the pendulum, which was crazy. It just went on forever and ever and ever. And when you get fitter, or whilst you're in prep, you get really fit, and like those 26 reppers become a lot more easier. I remember being a fat shit back in the day, and if I did 26 reps, I would be gassed out like nobody's business. But when you get leaner, you get a lot more fitter. Didn't push things to extreme levels of like failure, because of course I'm competing this weekend, and I don't want to be fucking, you know, really sore, because this session or this rotation I do, I'm generally a little bit more sore than usual. And like I said, I don't want to be going into my sessions fucking extremely sore, dipping into my recovery, because it's just not going to be efficient enough, and it's not productive at all if you're waking up fucking sore and you can't do shit and you're competing on the weekend. So being a little bit smart this week, which is boring, but it's essential for when, you know, when you go on stage. And if I'm honest with you, I look better when I don't push things as hard as what I have done in the past. But generally happy. Did some incline walking to get my steps up. I've done 10,142 steps. AJ's told me that the goal for me is to do 12,000 steps and no fucking more, because I'm guilty of doing too much. Like, I will happily push things more than what I should, and in reality that is not good. Like, it's just not good. Don't get me wrong, like, you always assume that doing more is better, and sometimes that isn't always the case. Like, doing more steps than what I've been prescribed, doing more cardio, doing more sets, sometimes, especially when you're very lean, can have a detrimental effect. That's a big word for me. I don't even know if that's the right fucking word. I tried saying it again, I couldn't even say it. But sometimes it might have a negative effect on your physique. So you kind of need to be a little bit more smart with your programming and do what your coach says. And I've been very guilty of not doing what my coach says. Don't get me wrong, I still listen. I do majority, well, I do 95% of what he tells me to do. But some things like doing extra steps when I need to, or when I don't need to, doing an extra set in the gym when I don't need to, really can play with your physique. So be fucking smart. Other than that, very good session. I'm fucking starving. I started training at 2:30. It's now 6:10 in the evening, so very long session, almost 4 hours in that bloody gym. But I love it. I wouldn't change it for the fucking world. People still like, that's fucking too long in the fucking gym. Listen. You do what the fuck you want to do. If you want to train for an hour, train for an hour. Who gives a fuck? If I want to train for 3 hours, 4 hours, I will train for that long. I don't care. But you're just going to have a detrimental effect. Hey, I said it again. A detrimental effect on your physique, surely. Listen. I enjoy what I do, alright? So fuck off. You do what you want to do. At the end of the day, no one's put a gun to your head and say, look, you have to fucking train for 3 hours, 4 hours. I'm not telling you to do shit. Yeah, you can tell I'm really hungry and really kind of touchy. But other than that, yeah, I'm alright. Just got a really fucking dry mouth. I forgot to bring a bottle of water with me. I dropped my intra-workout like over an hour ago, and my mouth is just like, you know when you fucking, I don't know if any of you people are taking any pills on a night out, you know, you pop the old Beanos, and your mouth is fucking, well, it's not as just dry as that, but Christ, might as well be. But I won't go into that, because I'll probably get fucking banned from YouTube for talking about drugs. Fucking love drugs, mate. Fucking hell, love fucking drugs. Christ, they still sell these in Asda. They're fucking dreadful. Would you pay 22 bar for that? No, you would not. Look at the fucking state of them. Oh dear. Oh fuck. You might be thinking, George, did you actually really just set up your camera, walk out, and then pretend to walk back in, like, to make a sick edit? The answer is yes, I did. Beauty of kind of YouTube and editing and stuff like that. Picked up some almond milk for my post-workout. Again, the white chocolate Cocoa Pops. Do I think that these are better than the normal ones? I think they're a little bit overrated. Are these overrated? Let us know in the comments down below. But I eat them post-workout. Also, I combine those with the normal Cocoa Pops. I think they're the best, if I'm honest with you. Also, Toy Story 4, if you haven't seen that, it's really good. A little bit emotional towards the end, not gonna lie to you actually. Didn't bring any tears to my eyes, but could have potentially done. And of course, 2 packets of the Quaker fucking motherfucking oats. That's what I got from Asda. It seems like my life at the moment is just food shop, which you've probably seen already at the beginning of this video. I did some food shopping. Training, walking, cardio, sleeping. That's pretty much it. What a fucking life, eh? I'm laughing at my own jokes again. Stop. That concludes today's video. Comment down below. Oh, I just whacked myself in the face with a hat. That was fantastic. But comment down below a hat if you've watched the whole thing. Haven't actually worn a hat in a while because I've got a top knot now and I'm an official top knot cunt. Sincerely hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, then please drop a like. Thank you for all the comments on my recent video. Some negative, but mainly positive, which is always good. You're always going to get a little bit of negativity in you. But we're 3 days out today. But this video, of course, is going to be 4 days out. And the goal is to improve on what I've did last time. And I'm definitely confident we'll be able to do that. So make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you for all new subscribers that are here as well. Hi, my name's George, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you in a bit.